Today I'm going to be making peanut butter confetti squares. These are from the blog called Dinner Then Dessert, and I will put a link below. Right below this video I'll put a link, so if you want to click on it and print out the recipe just like I did, you can. So you only need a few ingredients. You need 2 cups of butterscotch chips, and I use the Nestle Toll House, and that's 2 cups. You need 1 cup of peanut butter. I use Jif creamy peanut butter. 4 tablespoons of butter, and that is salted butter, but you could use salted, unsalted, it does not matter. 1 teaspoon of vanilla, which is in here. And then you need a 10-ounce bag of the mini rainbow marshmallows. So the rainbow marshmallows are different than the regular marshmallows because they have a fruity flavor, so that'll add some to your recipe. You want an 8 by 8 inch pan. You want to line it with parchment paper. And then in a medium pot on medium heat, you want to whisk together your butterscotch chips, your peanut butter, and your butter until it is creamy. Kevin decided to use a wooden spoon to stir this instead of a whisk, because the whisk, a lot of times when you use a whisk, the stuff gets caught in the whisk, and so a wooden spoon is just easier. And so this whole process, they said, is only going to take about 2 minutes for all this just to melt together. So I just wanted you to get a look at it. Okay, so we're going to take this off the heat. We're going to stir in this vanilla, and then we're going to let it sit here for 15 minutes. So I'm going to set a timer on my phone for 15 minutes, and then we'll be back. This has been sitting for 15 minutes. So now you want to open up your marshmallows, and it says you want to use 3/4 of the marshmallows, so I don't know. That looks good to me. And then stir this in. Put this into your pan. It's pretty much as good as it gets. Now take the rest of your marshmallows and sprinkle those over the top. And then this is going to go, push them down a little bit. This is going to go in the refrigerator for 2 hours to let it set up, and then we'll be back. It's been 2 hours. And stayed together really well. You can see it from the side. Okay, so I'm gonna just cut this. Okay, I'm gonna try these. I got a big one. They're all kind of big.
They're all monsters.
That peanut butter and butterscotch goes really well with the chewiness of the marshmallow.
Oh, yeah.
The marshmallow, because we had some left in the bowl, and Kevin and I both tried just the butterscotch and peanut butter mixture out of the bowl, and it needed something. It needed, like, it would be a great mixture to put over pretzels, like to make haystacks.
If you mixed like pretzel sticks in without, and not the marshmallows, I think it would have been good, just as good that way too.
But the marshmallows give it some chewiness that it needs.
And the colored marshmallows are just for looks, because you don't taste any like fruitiness from them.
No, you don't. unless you're like eating that particular marshmallow, you don't get that flavor. You just taste the peanut butter and butterscotch combination is what you taste.
That's very good.
That is delicious.
That's very sweet.
We would both, though, something that we would change about these directions, use a spatula. Use a rubber spatula from the get-go. Because these directions said to use a whisk. We didn't use a whisk. Kevin wanted to use a wooden spoon. But using the wooden spoon, once you get to the part where you have to get it out of the bowl and put it in your pan, it would be easier if you had just been using a rubber spatula the whole time. So use that.
Yeah, that way you can spray down the sides really good, mix it in really good. Just keeps you from wasting any. Because once I scraped the pan out to clean it, there was probably another good spoonful of peanut butter butterscotch mixture in there that that was stuck to the sides.
That was stuck to the sides that we didn't use.
Not that it would make that huge difference, but hey, get every drop you can.
Something else on these directions you'll notice, unless the author changes it, one of the ingredients also says cooking spray, but then there's no mention of using the cooking spray. That's because you don't need it.
Yeah, it's like they had it originally as just putting it in a pan.
Right.
And then they changed it to put it in a parchment paper. But they never removed it.
And they didn't remove it from the list. You don't need that. So just know that if you print this out, it's going to say cooking spray. If you use parchment paper, you do not need cooking spray at all. But I think these are fun. I think these would be great to take to a gathering or a party, or if you're getting people together. Yeah. And it actually tastes really, really good.
You know, these colors, they would go good for Easter too.
Yes, they would. You could definitely do this for Easter.
Pastel kind of colors.
Yeah, you could definitely do this for Easter. And if you didn't want to use butterscotch, there's a lot that goes with peanut butter. You could do, instead of doing butterscotch chips, you could do white chips. And then it's going to lighten up that color. You mentioned Easter. That's why I thought about that. But it would be so good. But I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll have the link below so you can click on it if you want. And thanks for watching.